Right then, hello and welcome to One Dad to Another, episode 1. So, episode 1 is all about pregnancy, and hold on. I'm well aware of the thin ice I'm already treading on, and I'm well aware that I've probably already triggered a couple of people with the opening sentence, shall we say, and a couple of people are probably already saying, no ovaries, no opinion. And I'll agree with you to some extent. However, this is one dad to another. So this is the experiences of one dad to another. So let's just get that ironed out straight away. So I'm going to be explaining my experiences of what happened during our pregnancy, and some of which might be similar, some of which might be different, but that's the way it is, and we'll just sort of work it out as we go. Like I say, remember, this is my experience, this is what happened for myself and my partner and our little one. So again, yours might be similar, might be different in certain places, but it's just giving my personal experience, and it might help, it might not, but we'll take it. So pregnancy, you're looking round about between 37 and 40 weeks as a quote unquote normal pregnancy. Again, you may get some that are shorter, you may get some that are longer, but as a bubble, that's really what you're expecting. When it comes to finding out as a couple that you're pregnant, you find out very, very quickly that it's extremely one-sided. One dad talking to another. You are pretty much just a bystander, and you will get shouted at quite a lot. Now then, so when it came to our pregnancy, my partner suffered really, really badly with morning sickness and sickness in general, in fact. And it felt it was very difficult, in all honesty. First thing in the morning, every morning, she'd wake up, she'd run to the bathroom, she'd throw up. And there's not a huge amount I could do to prevent that. And it honestly made me feel a little bit worse, knowing to some extent I've made this happen. I've made her throw up. So that was something that I'm not sure if it got better. That was something I'm not sure if it got better as the pregnancy went on. I'm not sure. I think it got to the point where we just sort of expected it. To the point, it was to the point where certain smells would make my partner heave. I remember at the time we lived in a flat, so we had to walk up 3 flights of stairs every single morning, which she loved, absolutely loved that. One of the nights I remember in particular, excuse me, that the whole common corridor smelt fish, and I remember walking up going, don't be sick, just don't be sick. And fair play, she wasn't sick. As soon as we opened the front door to the flat, projectile vomited everywhere. And it was just one of those, it is what it is, you've got to clean it up, and as long as she gets a mouthful of water, get that taste out of her mouth, yeah, it's what you can do. That's the way it is. You've got to help your partner the best you can. You've almost put them in this situation, so you've got to do what you can to help them. But it is worth noting that as far as the pregnancy goes, she's going to get a little bit bigger, she's going to get a little bit more naughty. Hormones, understandably, we're a little bit all over the place, so don't take it personally if she just bursts into tears for no reason, or she gets angry for no reason. She's most likely uncomfortable. So don't take it personally if emotions are all over the place, so she might get angry for no reason, she might get sad for no reason. Like I say, emotions are a little bit all over the place, so you've sort of just got to swing with the punches on that one, and it's not personal. Things will be said and you go. As well as that, cravings are real, don't care what anybody says. My missus had a massive craving for grapes. Don't know why, everyone's got their own sort of, every lady will have their own thing that they're craving to. Say my missus, it was grapes, so she was going through a pack of grapes a day pretty much. And for me, again, it was, you do what you can, you help out where you can, but as a sort of, we were very much, as a dad, you're almost sat on the sidelines, you can't really do much, you can only support. It almost feels as if you're a coach or you're a manager, where it's like you want to help the team, if that's probably the best analogy, but you're just like, well, I can't do anything, I've just got to sit and help verbally. Something that we did as a couple, which I know did help and was appreciated, is we went on walks. We weren't going anywhere crazy, it was just walk around the block, just to sort of get things, just feel, because got to remember, she maybe not be able to go to the gym or go swimming or do other exercises that she did before she was pregnant. So a walk might just be something very simple, but it's actually something that will help the outdoor air and so on and so on. So that's something we did. What I would recommend as well is understanding your partner's plans of what they want to do. Like our plan was to have a home water birth. However, things happened that made it not possible to have that at home. So there is going to be a plan B, but towards the end of your labour or towards the end of the pregnancy, I would highly recommend that as a dad you take as much interest as possible, because a lot of things might come down to you, and it's going to be on you. But when it comes to pregnancy and the labour, having, as I said, have a birth plan, so you actually have an understanding of what's going to happen, where it's going. So if your partner wants a fully natural birth, that's fine. You're there to support. So when it comes to pregnancy, I would recommend that you try and attend as many classes as possible to have some sort of understanding. Do as much research as you possibly can. Obviously I live in England, or I live in the UK, so we've got the NHS, so NHS has got their pregnancy website, and I highly recommend you look through that, because they know better than I do. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. What I would recommend as well is that even if you're planning on having a home birth, pack a bag just in case. A couple of things, like a 2-day overnight bag, if that makes sense. So you'd be staying there for 2 nights. Just in case things don't plan as you expect, rather than trying to pack it last minute, you've got one ready to rock and roll. So we won't go too much into labour right now. I'll try and save that for another video, but when it comes to pregnancy, just sort of be aware that things are going to be different, but all you can do is be supportive and do the best you can for that. I promise you little things will go a long way. The fact that if you are researching, you're actually planning with your partner what you want to, or what's happening, like say the birth and what to expect, what not to expect. For example, if you're having a water birth, knowing little things, for example, water temperature, little things like that, just things that you don't think about unless you're thinking about them. when it comes to the labour, when it comes to pregnancy as well, I understand that every pregnancy is going to be slightly different, but it's being that supportive partner. If your partner wants a breakfast from a particular place, just get it. Just get it. It's the least you can do, isn't it? In a way. So I appreciate this video has been edited quite a lot, because there's some things that came to my mind a little bit later on as I was doing the video. Please bear with me. Like I said, I'm not a professional on this. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I try to do most videos in one take. Yeah, some things will be edited just to shorten sequences and stop me thinking too much. So with this being one dad to another, it wouldn't be right if I didn't leave you with a dad joke. So bear with me on this one. So Dad says, "What's the lion and the witch doing in the wardrobe?" And the son replies, "It's none of your business." I know it's bad, but it's a dad joke. That's just the way it is. So I'll leave you be on that awful joke. Take care, guys.